No, not yet, JP. Oh, I see. Very cool, JP. Thank you. Yeah. Well, maybe we'll just buy them. Huh? Buy them. All right, cool. All right. Time to get it going, everybody. Welcome to Forex.Today. Please participate in the poll. Let us know what you think, what you stink. What direction are we going to go in the markets today? Cool. The tools that we're going to use today, Trader's Way is the trading platform that I use. Running good old MT4. Also we'll be using traders.com to do our analytical research on the open. For example, under scalping, look at this. Tomorrow, durable goods, important market mover tomorrow, 8:30. Put that on your radar. Going to this, we can take a look here. Make sure, let's say we're interested in stock indices on the open. In fact, maybe you're most interested in the S&P 500, Dow, and NASDAQ only on the open. Okay, cool. So now you can take a look at the S&P 500. And you could say, depending on direction, up or down. 1 hour ago, we had identified the implied low for the hour. Okay, can I get this to, I've never tried this. There we go. Cool. So, you could see with the implied low for the hour is here. Oh, I'm trying to do this straight. I guess I will use, this is the straightest tool I have. It will not grow crooked. Okay. You could be long around that price. Okay. And your stop would be just below here. Your target, if you're a bull, and looks like most of you are, Cool. So your plan would be, oh, come on, drawing tool. There we go. Your trade plan would be probably up. Then what you want to do is identify zones for pullback. Like a little zone like that. Probably come down and then be there in the next 24 hours. What do you guys think? What likelihood do you think that is? Is that what you are planning for today? Is that your strategic plan? What do you think? Well, you're answering that because I'm sure you're typing. Just thinking out loud here to Jim's comment on the super secret research he was doing. Makes me wonder if they're stealing it. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Pirates are already long off the 21. Makes sense. Yep. Clarence says, yeah. Seems all right. Everybody else has broken fingers today. Oh, well, my apologies. All apologies. Very cool, huh? Guten Morgen. Yeah. Cool. You guys trade Nazi, right? Who trades Nazi? Snazzy Nazi. In the sun be as one. All right, let's look at this. Okay. I'm going to do that in black. All right. The 4-hour low is that number right there. Cool. Now, you might find that you might be thinking it's based on that wick, right? Is that what you're thinking? No. No. This 4-hour low was calculated by looking, at Can we just do this? Sorry. By looking Wednesdays at this time of day. Okay. Every Wednesday, this time of day, over the last 6 months. To get that line. It just so happens that it seems like a lot of people have that information. Except you. Yeah. But now you do. But that was based on 6 months worth of hourly candles. Okay? Yeah. So check this out. This is constantly updating. And if you are a bull, this is, I guess, what I'm getting to if I'm not clear. If you are a bull, you're constantly looking for levels of support. And this could be, one use of this is that you have an order to buy at that price, at the implied 4-hour low. And so, pa-chow, you'd be long. Okay. Down to the 1 hour. Okay. And then maybe it starts climbing today, huh? Cool. By the way, I'm working on a little project, personal little project. I went over here to TRADARS, technical analytics tool, and I just started going through patterns. Channel up, channel down, falling wedge, rising wedge, wedge breakout, up, wedge breakout, down, rectangle emerging. Actually, I may not have had that one, so I'm going to have to do some more. But here's what I did. I've gone through 20 of these patterns and created little slides that I think one vision of what I'm doing is that you have like flashcards, a little deck of flashcards, so that you can see the pattern. I give you information about the pattern and how to trade it. Every single one of these. And like I said, I have 20 that I've done. I don't know how many more exist, but like, do you know how to trade this? Do you know how to trade this? Okay. Cool, right? How many people would like, a cheat sort of thing, a learning device, a cheat sheet, even a training course on all these patterns. So imagine there was a training course, right? And companion flashcards, so that you could just watch a video on ABCD emerging patterns and how to trade them, and even have a little printout. Would anybody be interested in that? I have 20 of them. I thought it might be a useful tool. Okay. On your two test demo trades, yeah. Is that right, Jim? Yeah, I don't have it on this machine, so I can't really show you. Be interesting. Yeah, very cool. Okay, let's take a look at some crypto. Let's start off with crypto today, because you already have this, right? So I already did this and I already did this, so you already know what to do, right? Yeah, there's two things with that, Bern. The development, like, yeah. The other big issue, though, which scares me always, right? But it scares everybody in the finance business, is compliance. So there is such a fine line, and I don't want to get near that, of showing you a pattern, but then showing you a pattern, click a button, it tells you what to do, is almost the same as kind of like an alert service where it just tells you to buy versus showing you a pattern that is forming. And, so I think it's a cool idea, Bern. It scares me a little bit, to be honest. It's a scary good idea, Bern. Yeah. It's different if it was part of a training course to how to trade patterns. There's a separation of, then here are patterns to trade. Combining them, here's the pattern and how to trade it all in one spot, is basically an alert. And I can't do that living in the United States. Yeah, put a disclaimer. Yeah. Yes. No. Yeah. Burn, I mean, dude, it would surprise you the compliance in the United States and how frightening it is. You can have the government just walk in and put you out of business. Just like that. Even if it doesn't make sense and it's a threat to your civil liberties and you're like, this isn't fair, whatever, you go out of business anyways, right? And then you can sue them, and if you got the money, yeah. If you're going to spend $300,000 suing the SEC and like, dude, whatever. It's like burn. I'm just going to avoid it. So, but I love the idea, honestly. But I need a separation of church and state, so to speak. How to see? I don't want to even come close to you should do this versus how to do this and make your decision on your own. There's quite a separation, right? But anyways, yeah. Move to the Netherlands. Probably not. But I'm still working on visiting. Yeah. So anyways, let's do a little crypto here. I like to filter what I see, just so you know. This is one way to do things. Fibonacci, okay, patterns. You think of that as Fibonacci and harmonics. I find them overly complicated, but whatever. I mean, we can leave them there. Key levels are about scalping. I mean, I could leave them there too. This time of day, I don't want to scalp. So as a non-scalper, I'm going to take that out. What other consecutive candles? These are breakout type stuff. Whatever. I suppose I can filter some of that out too. And let's see what this does for us. Well, Jim brings up Caribbean is closer. Yeah. Saint Martin, right? Saint Martin, as they say. Saint Martin. That's Dutch. I can live on the Dutch side of Martina, Saint Martin. That's nice. All right, so here's these harmonics, right? And this is what I'm like, okay, this is a reversal pattern, just so you know. And this is a reversal pattern. And the difference between butterflies and Gartley's and, three drives, they're all kind of similar. I mean, we can start splitting hairs over the training and stuff of it, but what these are suggesting, like with Ethereum, is that an exhaustion is coming. An exhaustion. This was up, okay? And imagine now you had a Fibonacci pullback, up, Fibonacci pullback, up, and, a rollover is what it's thinking, right? And just think about that there was a prevailing up on this time frame. And we're getting to the point of exhaustion where one more high is just overbought and then massive profit taking. So, which could lead to reversals. Doesn't mean it will be. Just think of bulls are ready to take profit soon. Right? Think of it that way. But do you see how it's overly complicated? Now you can really start splitting hairs here of, this is a 50%, this is a 618, that's going to produce this and that's going to produce that. I always think these patterns are overdone. I just don't have the belief system. You have to really believe in the powers of Fibonacci. Instead, and like I would never even spot this. Right? I wouldn't even spot it. I double checked on a couple of YouTube videos that I understood these patterns, because I don't really trade these. Never have. It doesn't fit my personality. And I watched a couple of YouTube videos just to double check I knew how to trade them properly, because I know how. It's been maybe 15 years before, since I even really seriously thought about it. And the biggest thing, right? The biggest thing that I noticed is in all their examples, I would not have even seen these patterns. I'm just not trained to see them, or I don't care to see them, or I don't have the skills to see them. TRADARS does, though, right? And so this is interesting. When I see something like this or like this, I've just been alerted to possible profit taking by bulls. And it's a threat to bulls. It's not really an opportunity for bears. What would make it an opportunity for bears is if you get breaches lower than that, right? So imagine not only did it go up and then come down, imagine it went below C, touched A, came up, and then went below A. Okay? C to D, D to C, heads up, red alert, up, retest, down to A, up, retest. And at some point, it could do that. So when would you trade that as a bear? When is that an opportunity for a bear? Either here or the use of that for a bear. Okay? So these cards that I'm putting together is to kind of make this clear, its strength, its bullish strength, okay? But the weakness in the pattern, or the threat in the pattern, is possible profit taking and exhaustion. But it's not a sell. Not yet. It may develop into one, but the probability of that right now is opaque. Okay? So can you imagine a couple of dozen training videos, little training videos like that? Okay? Would it be a role reversal? But the thing is, it could develop into one, but not yet. Okay? So, right, we want to see, at the bare minimum here, a lower low. You cannot have a selling opportunity without a lower low. There's never been a selling opportunity that was conservative in the history of the world without a lower low. If you're selling tops like this, you will end up bankrupt eventually. You'll blow up your trading account eventually. You'll hit some home runs every once in a while, but it'll be random. And you'll think it's your skill, but it's random. Okay? So instead, what we need to do is say, well, we can't sell without a lower low. Okay? And it's not even a lower low than this, it's a lower low than that. So in an interesting way, I would treat this almost like, okay, like a range. This is how I've always traded stuff like this. So I may not see a butterfly pattern emerging. I do now. See, TRADARS will never miss it. I would miss it because I look at it differently. I see this as a top. Okay, I see this as the bottom, and this is a secondary bottom. So the way I look at this is it's going to move sideways forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. But if it breaks, okay, then using the pink line as resistance would be the role reversal. Now, because we have a machine tirelessly watching this 24 hours a day, and it does spot these things. It says if the next move is up, then be prepared for massive profit taking. Now, it hasn't happened yet. Okay, can you see? It hasn't happened yet. It's if. If it does, and we get up here, be prepared for massive profit taking. And maybe it leads to a reversal. Well, there's a lot of things along the way that need to happen. Now, but if it does happen, guess what? At some point, I would wait for the trend to be down if I wanted to be a bear on this. So this is not an opportunity for a bear. This is strength, okay? Bullish. This is for bulls only. The second thing is, hey, bulls, be prepared for potential profit taking soon. Okay? This one is based on a use of Fibonacci. This is actually based on Fibonacci extensions. So, for example, if I bought this move here, we'll call that 6. Okay, that's a 618. From here to here, this is 618. This is 50%. This is 382. Okay? All right, what does 618 project? What's the projection? If you get a move up off of 618, what's the extension associated with the 618? $1.382. Okay? Okay. All right, so that's the extension. What this pattern is saying over here is the Fibonacci extension has been hit. Up, down, buy, up. So if it hits that target, in this case, let's pretend it's 1382 because of potentially a 618, then it's just saying be prepared when you get to 1382 for profit taking. That's all that's saying. Denise, not my training course. The 382 leads to the 1618. Okay, 618 leads to the 1382. A 786 leads to a 121.4. Okay, if you ever hear another guru talk about a 121.4, then I trained them, because I made it up through my ignorance. It's not a Fibonacci number. It's not in the Fibonacci ratio. It's not in any Fibonacci book. I believe I published it in my book, but I made the number up. Yeah. So if you do come across 121.4, I can tell you how I got there. Yeah. Yeah. By the way, Peter, are you here? Peter said, oh, excuse me. There he is. Yeah, there you go. Trader Ward was on what was it, a podcast or a YouTube show or something? Or maybe a live webinar with some group. But he was showing his decision-making process, And everyone's like, dude, you've been traded by Wayne. And he's like, yes, I have. I just thought that was so cool. Yeah, YouTube live show. Right on. Very cool. And they're like, yeah, we know. Totally cool, man. Super, super cool. You know, the dead giveaway is probably the moving averages and pivot points, right? Another one is if you ever talk about a 121.4, ding, 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 winner, winner, checking dinner. Yeah. But anyways, cool. Hey, what are you, Peter? Are you going to be available for this Monday? This Monday, the one coming up? Or do you need 2 Mondays? Boop, 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 boop. Let's move over back into Forex. Cool. Yeah, right on. All right. All right. See, I love these trending channels, right? Like the trending ones I love the best. I'm really love these the best, huh? Okay. Well, you probably know that Swissy and yen are weak, Abdul. So, what is your intent with that one? Are you trying to figure out which one is weakest? Right? So, like, is it tomorrow the Swiss National Bank's going to cut interest rates by 0.25%? Right? And you know the intent of Switzerland is to weaken their currency. And, you know, when you look at like TRADARS told you 30 minutes ago, or was it 25 minutes ago, you know, Aussie yen up, you know, Kiwi yen up, all these different things. And we're looking at Swissy yen here. So it's just like, you know, what is your intent? My intent here, for example, so again, I have training cards on all this stuff. So let's just do a quick one here. Strength, weakness, opportunity, threat. Let's start over here with Aussie yen. Okay. Does this pattern on Aussie yen show strength or weakness? Okay. Bullish strength. Okay. Is this move down an opportunity or a threat to bulls? So we'll do bull strength. I'll put strong, just easier to, okay. And this move is a threat. Okay. It could do this. Probably not, but it could. All right. Cool. So you would have a card like that. What you want to do is wait for it to come down, okay, to the red line. So this is a dip. You want it to come down near the red line, and that would be the opportunity. Okay, down is a threat in an uptrend. See? Channel up. Channel up. Strength. Price down. Threat. Price up. Opportunity. Okay, there's a process to all of this. Okay, CAD yen. Higher high, higher low. Higher high, higher low. Opportunity is buy the dip near the red line and let it rip. Buy the dip, let it rip. Now, here's another way to do this. Abdul says, hey, I see a double top on the 4 hour. Okay, let's look at the 30-minute. Okay. Abdul sees a double top on the 4H. Let's say it's there. So, yeah, put this into context. Okay? This lives here. So, if I were to take a trade like that, I would hold it, okay, for a long time. Now, you could probably quantify this opportunity a little bit better and say the distance from there to there is the same to here to there. Whatever, that's the pattern. Okay, that would be the pattern. So you'd have to understand, are you trading a double top? If so, wait for a sign of profit taking by bulls. Remember, bulls took profit here. Bulls take profit again. And guess what? If bulls take profit again, then this becomes an opportunity for bears to sell. And that's what takes it down. See, here, bulls are selling. Okay? Here, bears are selling. Big difference, right? Because a double top is a reversal pattern. What a Gartley is trying to tell you, or a butterfly, or whatever, all these different things, is that when you get here on a double top, and then on a smaller time frame, you saw a Gartley forming. Okay, what it's showing you is bulls are going to get exhausted, and it would take you down, but only in the first wave. It'd probably come down, make a lower low, lower high, sell again, lower low, lower high, sell again. And that creates all these patterns on TRADARS to say, hey, we were trending up, but now we're trending down. That's how you'd use it, right? So Abdul would be correct to say, well, this seems to be a double top on a 4 hour. Great. Well, it seems tradable on a 30-minute. And I could tell you fundamentally that is likely to happen on a lot of things with the Swiss franc just because they're going to cut interest rates tomorrow. Oh, you don't know that? That's a problem. Because whoever's doing this probably knows that the Swiss National Bank is going to cut interest rates. They're already trading it. It's why the double top formed. Hua? Hoorah! You guys liking this? It's just doing some of the work for you. But you still need to be the boss, right? You still need to be the boss. You're like, yeah. Yeah, I'm looking at a double top 4-hour chart, Swiss yen, and TRADARS is like, hey, did you notice there is a down channel that is now formed on the 30-minute chart? You're like, whoa, 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 green light for the short. Jim says, yeah, always great to review the basics. Yeah, but for some, that's the advanced, right, Jim? For some, they're like, dude, that's an eye-opener. Yeah. Yeah, so you never know. You never know. But I'm a trend trader, and I say it a lot. My name is Wayne McDonald. I'm a macro trend trader. Macro meaning I'm fundamentally based, which means I track the economies around the world. Now, why do I do that? Because I'm trying to discern the monetary policy of those central banks. And that gives me a bias. And with the bias, then I drill down and I use technical analysis to confirm or deny my hypotheses. I want every single trade you make to be logical and intelligent, both technically and fundamentally. Okay? How many people here trade, let's say, the stock market like the S&P 500 E-minis? Or you're trading it on your, let's say your Forex platform offers you like these stock indices, right? How many people how about that? Who here loves trading the stock market, in particular at the stock market open? Whether on your Forex platform or in the real cash market or a futures contract, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. Should I tell them, Peter? This would be put you on the spot. Yeah, that means the point of no return. TRADARS, Clance's futures. Yeah, you got Yeah. All right. Big world announcement. Peter Ward, a.k.a. Trader Ward. I've known... How long have I known you, Peter? Oh, my God. 10 years? Boot camper, FX boot camper, investor boot camper, TRADARS. Yeah, 10 years. After a few years of training... 2 or 3 years of training, he went out and went through the Series 3 and Series 34 and got all that process through and the registration and all that kind of stuff, right? Yeah, the love and the joy of NFA oversight, yeah. But anyways, he's gone through the whole process of being a student of FX Bootcamp, learning how to trade, and then went on and has been a professional full-time trader for, 2016? 2016? So what is that? 24, 8 years? Is it right? 7 years, 7.5 years of full-time trader. Amazing to be able to do like that. Peter's like a representation of like most people that come to learn. They're like, man, I want to do this for my living. I want to be a full-time professional trader, either trading opium, other people's money, trading for a bank, trading a hedge fund, or just trading my own family office, trading your own money, huh? Proprietary trader, family office, and living the dream. And Peter's living the dream for 8 years. Look at that, 7.5 to 8 years, living the dream, full-time Forex trader. Well, in this case, Peter's specialty is S&P 500 E-mini futures. So Peter is willing to share on Mondays, right? We think it's noon, noon on Mondays. He's going to take you through his process of how he uses TRADARS and trade E-mini futures as his living. This is what Peter does all day, every day. Yeah. So, yeah, every Monday at noon, Peter's going to run you through the S&P 500, maybe some DAX, maybe some Dow, maybe some of this and that. Maybe you can. He's willing to talk about Nikkei if it makes sense. But his pride and joy as a professional trader is the S&P 500. So we're adding that to the community, to the base membership. Every single member of TRADARS will have a Monday live stream with Peter going over how he personally and professionally trades the S&P 500 and has been as a professional trader for 8 years. And I think you're going to see his charts and go, I fully understand what he's doing. It will look familiar. Yeah. Yeah. So we're looking for that, looking forward to that. It's a real time commitment and, a real demand for Peter. So we got to organize everything. It won't be this Monday, but the Monday after. So anyways, thank you, Peter. I'm very, 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 very excited. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Strong member of our community. And so thank you for giving back. Yep. So anyways, standing O. A big standing O for Trader Ward. Yeah. Cool, right? Oh my God. Super cool. Cool. So, like we've done before, you can go in here and say, here's your virtual Peter Ward. Okay. I guess you can turn no diggity, no Dow on. And here you go. So here's what the machine do. Okay. NASDAQ 30-minute chart 10 minutes ago. Strength or weakness? Does this pattern show strength or weakness? Strength. Is buying near the red line an opportunity or a threat? Okay, there you go. Okay. Cool. Now, what does it say on the higher time frame? Okay, 4 hours ago, this is what TRADARS told you. You were right here when it happened. That there's an up move, and when you get to 20,000, be prepared for profit taking and a potential reversal. I mean, if it goes beyond C, that would become a full-on reversal pattern. It's not suggesting that. What it said 4 hours ago is NASDAQ is likely to go from C to D. And look at us now, Bubba. Oh, God. Look at that. Look at that. And so amateurs, right, are going to now start trading it way late. And what's going to happen? They're going to go make a little bit of money and then give it back. Okay? Now, if you go from D to C, right? If you go back to this level, right? So let's say we go up and hit the target. And then we come down to this level or below, be prepared for reversals. And that's a whole different pattern. And all of a sudden, everything will be trending down. All this pattern is saying from C, right? It's doing some Fibonacci stuff. That's what butterflies are. It's doing some Fibonacci stuff and saying, yeah, you'll get your projection and then some profit taking. That's all it's saying. But when you get profit taking, you always have the threat of reversal. So again, this is an up pattern with some profit taking. It's not bearish. If we get to 20,000, okay, literally 20,088, then be prepared for profit taking. So it's not a short. It's a butterfly Fibonacci pattern. Up and then down. But maybe. And if the maybe part, well, then you'll get different patterns and there'll be different opportunities. Okay? Okay? So up to 20,000 and down to 19,675. 19,675. So a 382 Fibonacci retracement. Okay? Okay? So what it's saying here is the pullback would start at 2088 and should only fall a little bit. Okay? Should only fall a little bit. But if it does more than that, that's the red flag. Okay? So anyways, you're not going to miss these things anymore, guys. Okay? Dow on the hourly chart, it has strength. We popped, we dropped, and we're working our way up, higher highs and higher lows. Okay? SWOT. This is strength and that with an opportunity. We don't know if it will go up, but if it does go up, it'll probably go up there. And remember, it's just a pattern. It's just connecting the bottoms. It's not doing a neural network analysis of 27 million different variables. It's looking at the birthday of the vice premier of the People's Bank of China. No, dude, it's just like, look, that's the primary line. If you're in the process of buying dips, That's probably a decent price. Okay. Now, if it drops, you're going to get a different pattern. It would take this off and it would show you, uh-oh, potential breakout, and then we know how to trade those. Okay. Nice, isn't it? Yeah, it's very nice. Let's just look around a little bit and then I'll let you go. One thing that's nice to look at is paying attention to our risk gauges throughout the day. Nothing's changed. I think this went from a 0 to a 1. So nothing's changed. There's still no underlying intrinsic trend. Okay, we've been spending a lot of time on seasonality lately in the fundamental trading group. Today we went through a bunch of scorecards in pretty good detail. We'll probably do some more tomorrow. We've been using our price forecasting tool quite a bit. So on the fundamental side, yeah. Just little things to pay attention to. Tomorrow, let's do this. Tomorrow, we have PCE, and we're covering it live for all news traders and pro traders. The news trading team. Ooh, look at this. It posted the challenge. Cool. I'll get to that in a second. The news trading team and the pro trading team all have access to this. Make sure you subscribe or RSVP. See, if you RSVP, then you'll get the link sent to you. But these are all individual meetings, right? We do these meetings based on the schedule. So each one you're going to want to RSVP if you want to have the link sent to you. This one sometimes struggles to load. So, okay. So this comes out at that same time. This is your PCE. Oh, no, here. Anyway, so pay attention to that. Scalping radars. Remember, the difference between this and the technical analytical tool is that these trades are actually in play. So TRADARS considers this on WTI to be a break of the up channel. It believes this to be true. So it believes oil is going to drop to 69.59. Okay? And you got the heads up when price was at 71.31. So it considers it in play, and it looks at all the breaks of rising wedges, and 69% of the time it works every time. So 69.59 to 67.25. So what is this? We'll call it 71. So 2 to $5. That's like 500 pips. Ooh, that's interesting. I wonder if it's right. Okay, so we're still in that zone. Interesting. So this came out at 7 o'clock this morning. Interesting. Yeah, I see what it. Yeah, I would look at it this way, right? Yeah, so if that comes through, now it's identifying it as have already broken. Interesting. Now it's really on the 4 hour, huh? What is it looking at? Yeah. All right. So it's looking at it this way. Come on. This is what TRADARS is doing for you. Yeah. Yeah. By the way, it's great practice to draw all these things. This is a great way to learn. I don't know why it did this. It drew it a little bit differently. But anyways, if you use, like, TRADARS could be an incredible trainer. Okay? So it's basically doing this. It's trying it slightly different. It doesn't matter, in my opinion. It doesn't matter. But it's doing this pattern, and it says, bro, we closed below. Here, let me pull it up again. Or maybe I'll pop it. Let me pop this for you. Pop it. Open it. Okay, let me pop it. Pop it. Ay, papi. Great. Okay, look. See, it's connecting just these two. And it's connecting the other one. So let's pop it back up. Great. All right, so going there and drawing it is a great way to learn what's going on and how to analyze. It's looking at this saying that's important information. Cool. And then how do you make these projections? Okay, well, you take the size of the pattern at break and project it down, and you get conservative and you get aggressive targets based on the size of the pattern, which is related to the time frame, right? The 4 hour, for example. And honestly, I think it would be amazing if you, when you identified things you're interested in on TRADARS, so it doesn't have to be just this, because not all you guys have this. You might be just using this. Okay? Let me pull that up. And everything you're interested in trading, you then go to your charts. So you pop this to make it easier. And then you go to your chart and try to draw what it sees. You draw the pattern. You literally draw the pattern and put it into context, because now it's not just this, it's in context of everything else on the chart, because this doesn't show you the context. It just shows you where we are now. Okay, so maybe this is post double top. Okay, how would you feel about that? You're like, oh yeah, could be an amazing reversal and trend continuation down until that wedge either comes to an apex or they start to diverge like a moving average, right? Convergence or divergence. Divergence creates, in this case, a better bearish opportunity. Its lows, okay, are steeper, okay? So anyways, like you put it in a context like that, this is just showing you like on the smaller time frame or on that smaller part of the chart is bearish. But if you looked at it in context of what else has been happening, you might find that that's a short-term opportunity or a long-term opportunity. Well, remember, TRADARS is trying to help you let your winners run. But you got to know when to let your winners run or when to take profit. And many of you struggle with that. It's hard. And by the way, it never gets easy. But now you have tools that can help you make that decision better. It won't be easy, but when to take profit and when to let it run that's a professional problem. Amateurs are worried about losing money all the time. Professionals are like, when do I get out? When do I get out? When do I get out? Well, now you have quantitative means to make that decision. But also the pattern itself isn't always enough. The pattern in context of the situation. Context matters. Yeah, let me go back to a community and then I'll let you go because I was reminded of this. Under challenges, okay, we have a new challenge. And it's read the summary of economic projections. Actually read it. It's going to be a beast of a report for you to read. You may not understand most of it. So you have a choice. Do it anyways or give up. For those that do it anyways, read it and then leave a comment. Maybe you have a question about the dot plot. Maybe you have a question about projections. Maybe you have a question about blah, 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 or a thought, or you want to point something out. Good. Join the challenge, read it, and leave a comment, and you will be able to earn points. Yeah. Yeah. And you earn a lot of points on challenges. Yeah. So we had 21 people give us their opinion whether the Fed was going to cut by 25 or 50. Great. See, that was great. Yeah. So this is an opportunity for you to break out of the norm, break out of your cocoon, and challenge yourself. Right? Yeah. So thank you for being part of the community. Thank you for everything that you're doing. This is a tough gig, but at least we got some cool tools. All right. Peace on earth. May the pips be with you. May your profits be above average. And thank you to Traders Way providing our beautiful, beautiful, beautiful platform. You're like, it's just MT4. Yeah, well, it's MT4 at Traders Way. So, peace on earth. May the pips be with you. May our profits be above average. I'll see you when I see you. Cheers.